Ever find yourself spending too much time building slides, clicking on text boxes and formatting visuals? Building slides can take a long time, but your slides are critical to communicating your project plan, and a great plan is only as good as its presentation. What if you could skip the tedious work? In this lesson, learn how Gemini transforms your project plan into a compelling presentation. Stop clicking and start communicating what matters. Let's dive in.
Have you ever needed to pull together a presentation, but you're stuck staring at a blank screen? I've definitely been there. Don't worry, we've got you covered. We all know presentations are key to sharing ideas, but let's face it, sometimes they can be daunting, right? From research to structuring your narrative to writing talking points, there's a lot to think about. And luckily, Gemini can help you get there faster. Gemini is like having a speedy research assistant at your side who can help synthesize information, suggest presentation structures, and so much more. And you can then easily export all of your work into a Google Doc so that you can continue to refine and perfect your work using files from your own drive. All right, so let's get into it. Let's say you're creating a presentation to propose a new team book club, for example. And I'm starting with a broad prompt first. I'm going to say something like, research the latest trends in literary fiction, focusing on emerging voices that give different perspectives on technology and modern life. All right, so Gemini Advanced quickly pulls together some key trends and thought starters. And now let's refine it. I'm going to ask another question. I can ask it something like, suggest 10 book titles that relate to these key themes with a short summary of each novel. And since my book club will be based here in the US, I'm going to say, focus on English language books. Okay, this is looking good and is already starting to give me ideas on how it will all fit together. I'm going to keep going. So I need to pitch the idea of the book club to see if anyone actually bites, and I need a presentation outline. I can prompt again. Thanks. Now, based on this research and the suggested book titles, turn this into a short presentation outline for a book club. Include 5 key sections with an introduction, 3 sections that showcase the trends you've identified and the books that map to each, and include a conclusion. And there we go. This gives a nice start to the presentation with a structured outline that is almost ready. I'm going to export this to a Google Doc, and then using Gemini in Docs, I can prompt it to create talking points for the introduction section. See how it transforms that section's bullet points into something engaging and persuasive? And now it's as simple as rinse and repeat for the other sections. And then we've got a powerful presentation script that is ready to roll. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Ever get stuck making slides? Wish you could magically create stunning presentations in minutes? Today, I'll walk you through using Gemini to create polished presentations. From importing content from other files to generating images, we'll cover all the tips and tricks you need to create professional slides for your next big presentation. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Nurali from Google. Today, we're going to create a presentation with Gemini in Google Slides. Let's imagine we're building a pitch presentation for a new T-line. First, I'm going to open Google Slides and go to the top right-hand corner and click on the spark to open up Gemini. Now I want to begin with a slide that highlights our latest market analysis to set the context for the presentation. Now, instead of creating this research slide from scratch, I'm going to leverage the detailed research report the data science team has put together for this launch. I ask Gemini, create a slide about market analysis for tea, referencing @market research report. Notice how I'm using the @ symbol to pull in a document directly from my Google Drive. Gemini will then use this information in the report to help create a slide. And voila! Gemini successfully referenced the document and generated a summary slide based on the market analysis. It even included an image that is contextual to the information on the slide. Let's say we want a different or more personalized image for our slide. I can ask Gemini to create an image of a cup of tea overlooking a quiet creek at sunrise. Gemini instantly generates several image options. I like this one, so I'm going to insert it into my slide. Now, I can continue to use Gemini to help me create slides for my pitch deck, and even have Gemini add an executive summary slide after it's all done. So whether you're creating a new deck or refining an existing one, try using Gemini to help bring your presentations over the finish line. See you at the next one.
Whether you're a marketer putting together a presentation for a new campaign, or a sales rep pitching to win a new customer, we can struggle with the same problem. We have the ideas, but our slides look, well, boring. Today, we're fixing that with Nano Banana Pro and Google Slides. It's your new creative partner that combines your context with state-of-the-art reasoning and real-world knowledge to visualize information better than ever before. It doesn't just make pretty pictures, it builds on brand visuals, charts, and layouts that actually fit your specific presentation style. So what if you've already dumped all your thoughts onto a slide and it looks messy? This is where the Beautify This Slide feature changes the game. With a single click, Beautify This Slide transforms your content into a professional-looking visual. In this example, we see how one simple click takes a plain slide about supply chain and brings it to life while preserving the look and feel of the deck. Now let's say you need to present a data-heavy slide. It could be a bunch of budget stats or maybe a chronological set of events. It's accurate, but it's a snooze fest. To get started, in the Help Me Visualize sidebar, swap to infographic mode and simply prompt, create an infographic based on this slide, to produce a visual that is easier to digest. For example, here we have a company history slide and provide a custom prompt to capture a specific style and attributes for our infographic. Once the prompt is in, boom, we have our rich visual that we can readily insert as a new slide. It turns information into a visually compelling story that keeps your audience engaged. Finally, let's take a look at the blank slide panic. You need a stunning cover slide. Don't waste an hour searching for stock photos. Open the Help Me Visualize sidebar, select slide mode, and type what you need. It will understand the contents of your deck and make sure to reflect the style of it. Let's check out this real-time example. Here, we have a deck complete with our infographics and beautified slides from before, but we're missing that all-important cover slide. With the Help Me Visualize sidebar, we can select the slide content type and prompt our cover slide right to life. After waiting for a bit, we have a complete polished slide from scratch that really ties the whole presentation together. Now that the slide is generated, we can just insert it directly into the deck. Presentation complete, just like that. From rich infographics to full slide makeovers, Nano Banana Pro lets you focus on your story while AI helps handle the design. Thanks for watching and have fun.
Tired of manually creating charts in Google Sheets? Do you wish you could generate dynamic, editable charts with a single prompt? Well, it's time to get excited. Gemini and Sheets can now create fully editable charts that regenerate when your data changes. Let's see it in action. Imagine you're a marketing manager analyzing campaign performance. With Gemini in the side panel of Sheets, you can type, create a bar chart showing campaign performance by market. Or, if you're a financial analyst evaluating cash flow, you can say, create a line graph with projections for each month. Perhaps you're a merchandising manager investigating inventory trends. You could say to Gemini, create a pie chart showing an inventory breakdown from the past year. In each case, Gemini generates the chart, and when you insert it, it appears in a new tab and is fully editable. You can change the title, tweak the colors, and so much more. Pro tip, for best results, make sure your data has clear headers and no missing values. Make sure your prompt is specific so you can reach your desired outcome quickly. It's that simple to turn data into compelling, editable visualizations. Thanks for watching, and have fun.
You've just seen how to go from a solid plan to a stunning presentation fast. You learned how to instantly outline your presentation, build slides directly from your Drive files, and create custom charts and images all from simple prompts. You can even polish your slide in one step. Tedious work becomes more manageable with Gemini. And now you can focus on what you do best, thinking critically and delivering your message. So now you've optimized your presentation. Head on to the next lesson to learn more about using Gemini at work.